Okay, I want to talk about the election and how I made my choice as to who I voted for. First off, there was a video I did a while back that stated, and what I was doing was trying to get other people to come in and state something they liked or I didn't like about each candidate that had nothing to do with whether or not they would vote for that person. And I mentioned that. But I'm going to sit there and tell you that both of those things that I mentioned had nothing to do with whether I would vote for what person. And the reason of that is, when I said Harris, I didn't like the fact that she laughed all the time. And I said Trump seemed to be arrogant to me. And here's the reason why those would never have caused me to vote or not vote. Because perception can be wrong. That includes mine. Like her laughing and me seeing it as her just not caring could have just simply been her being nervous in front of a big crowd. Trump, where it seemed me like he was arrogant, could be simply confidence, which I see as a good trait to be in office of a president or a public figure. Now, here's what would cause me to not vote for someone. Here's the thing, I'm going to go with this first. As long as you have shown, if you've been in office, that you are competent at that job, and your goal is to make sure that the people that you are serving are well-being is taken care of the way that you're supposed to in your office, you're most likely going to get my vote. But if you show incompetence and like you couldn't care less, you're not getting my vote. Let's take for example, here's the things that I paid attention to that determined who I would vote for. The borders, the economy, the unborn, the veterans, those that just went through a horrific tragedy because of a hurricane, and relationships with Israel. Now, all of these things, if you prove to be inept, incompetent, and uncaring towards the American people, and the decision you make are more harm to this country and the people in it, then it's good. I don't understand why anybody would vote for you. Now, here's what almost kept me from voting. Because to be honest with you, I wasn't going to vote for anybody at first, but I did. If the people following that candidate seems like they're borderline worshiping them, that's a red flag for me. And because of that, I almost didn't vote for anyone. But then I started thinking, that candidate cannot control how others react to them, to their policies, or to their mannerism, or to their personality whatsoever. So I based who I voted for on who I thought would actually do this country the best, and not their personality or my perception of it, nor upon how others react to them. Now, I don't know if you can tell who it is I voted for, but let me tell you who I did not vote for. I did not vote for Kamala Harris. Anybody who would leave those borders open, anybody who would sit there and push murdering unborn children, anyone who does not do what's right by people in their own country who just went through a hurricane and lost everything, and I'm not sure who it was that threatened to take their babies from them, but I definitely wouldn't vote for that person. If that was Kamala Harris, that's another reason why I would not vote for her. And I don't care as far as being a woman, I don't care if you're a woman or man. I don't care if you're black or white. I don't care I don't even care Your religion, I don't care about that. What I do care about while you're in that presidency, oh, I prefer somebody who believes in Yeshua, but what I do care about when you're in that presidency is how you treat this country, how you treat the American people, and whether or not their best interest is in your heart. If it's not, you're not getting my vote.